I might not be perfect, but I'm 100. I like getting money, and I like stunting.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Zasia, not Xasia, simply just
Zasia.
I'm beyond the ordinary, baby. I'm extraordinary. And I'm back with another video. I know it's been so long, over a year, but I'm back and I'm here to stay. So today I'm going to be coming to you all with a story time. And this story is going to be about, as you can tell by the title, it's going to be about my worst date ever. Like, this was the worst date ever, okay? Okay, so we're going to name the person in the video. We're going to name him Cameron. I don't know why, but we're just going to name him Cameron. That's the first name that came to my head. I don't know anyone named Cameron, but whatever. So this had to happen back in 2016, I believe. 2016, okay? So this was like 5 years ago. Let me just give y'all a backstory. So y'all remember back in the days like 2012, 2013, Facebook used to be popping. Like, everybody used to be on Facebook. That's how people used to make friends. You know what I'm saying? So it was this guy named Cameron. We're gonna name him Cameron. And he used to write me on Facebook a lot. And y'all remember an app called Tango a long time ago, when like iPhones was just starting to come out and most people had Android, so they would use Tango to video chat, and they also had games on Tango. Well, me and him used to video chat and play games on Tango. Like, he was like so cool. We didn't live in the same state. He lived in New Orleans, I lived in Houston, but we used to always like talk on the phone, you know. We used to always, play games on Tango, FaceTime, talk on the phone. It was never like flirting involved. It was just more like a friend. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward a little bit. That's just a little backstory on how I met him. So I met him on Facebook, but I had never met him in person. Never had met him in person, y'all. So fast forward a little bit. In 2015, once like I graduated high school, I started dating this guy. We're gonna name him Rob. We're gonna name him Rob. And I started dating this guy named Rob, and he had an ex-girlfriend. We're gonna name her Skinny, okay? So mind y'all, the guy who I met on Facebook, his name is Cameron. That was the backstory. I had met him way back in 2011, 2012. I never met him in person, but I met him on Facebook, meaning that's my friend on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So I started dating this guy in 2015 named Rob, and he had an ex-girlfriend named Skinny, right? Comes to find out, Skinny is now dating Cameron. You get what I'm saying? I'm dating Rob. Rob's ex-girlfriend name is Skinny, and Skinny's boyfriend is Cameron. Okay? So Cameron know about Rob because that's Skinny's ex-boyfriend, which is now my boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Small world. You know what I'm saying? Small world. I had met Cameron years ago, 2011, 2012. Never met him in person, but online. So anyway, me and Rob ended up breaking up, and Skinny and Cameron, I guess, broke up. So me and Cameron, we got back in touch, but we were still texting, like, how you been, whatever. You know, we knew our exes dated each other, so it was just like, whatever. Like, it's a small world. But we had, mind you, we had never met. All those years we've been knowing each other on Facebook, we had never met. So one year, 2016, and keep in mind, I never flirted with him. He never flirted with me. It was always just like, you cool, I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just always, we cool. You know what I'm saying? So one year in 2016, I went to New Orleans because I do have family in New Orleans, which is where I was born. So I have a lot of family out there, and I went to New Orleans one day for New Year's. It was New Year's Eve or after Christmas, you know, around that time. And you know, I texted him and I said, hey, you know, I'm in New Orleans. You know, I want to finally get to meet you. You get what I'm saying? I want to finally meet you. Like, we have been friends or internet friends for a long time now, like 5 years almost. And I want to finally meet you. He was always seemed so cool and down to earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just was like, seemed so cool. So at the time when I went to New Orleans to visit, I had stayed at my cousin's house. He told me that he would come and get me and we would go get some food, you know, real small, whatever. So he comes to pick me up. And mind you, this is my first time meeting him. He picked me up, when I seen him, he was, you know, he was nice looking, handsome. And he picked me up. He stops at Walmart or like a store. He tells me to wait in the car. I wait in the car. He go in, come back out, and he surprises me with pink flowers. And I had never had pink flowers before. So he gave me the flowers, and I thought that was really sweet. And, you know, I was just like, oh my gosh, he's such a gentleman. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the time, I was, I had to have been like 19 or something. I don't remember. But I had, yeah, so anyway, I thought that was really sweet for him to surprise me with flowers. After that, we drove around, went sightseeing a little bit. And then we went to Popeyes. We grabbed some food. I think it was like real cold. Everything was closed. It must have been New Year's Eve. I don't remember. But a lot of places were closed at this time. So we went to Popeyes and we drove around and he showed me different things in a city or whatever. And then he dropped me back off. Cool. Like, you know, I had a nice time with him. He was a cool person to talk to, whatever. So the day before I was leaving, you guys, I texted him and I said, hey, you know, I'm leaving tomorrow. I want to see you one more time before I leave, you know. He was like, okay, well, this time I'll go ahead and take you out to eat, you know, things like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll get cute so we can go out to eat before I leave tomorrow. He's like, okay. He picks me up. I get in the car. You know, he's like real quiet, not saying too much. So I'm just like, okay, like whatever. And he goes to this apartment. I'm in the car. I'm like, I'm clueless. Like, basically, like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? And he get out the car and I get out the car because I don't know, like, you know. And he like, come on, and we go inside of this house. So crazy. We go inside of the house and I'm just standing there looking lost. He goes, it's like, and when you walk in the apartment, it's like you can see everything. It's like the living room, a hallway, a bathroom, and then it's like a room door where you can just see the room door wide open. He goes and sit on a bed and I'm just standing like by the door, like I'm just looking like, I thought you said we was going out to eat. He like, man, just come chill, like just chill. And I was like I don't want to just be inside. Like, I don't want to just be chilling inside. Like, no. He was like, all right, let's go. So he get in the car. I'm thinking, okay, we about to go get food. Like, we get back in the car, and he drives quietly. And I'm noticing, like, mind you, I'm from New Orleans, but I don't live out there. So a lot of places to me and the area is like, I don't really know what's way. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm noticing we're driving mad far, like far as fuck. Like, there's nothing around with trees. Like, and I'm like, where are you taking me? Like, where are we going? He driving me outside of New Orleans. Like, I don't know, we was going to Baton Rouge or what. He quiet. He like, man, F you and this and that. What you think I'm about to just be wasting my money on you? You think I'm about to just be dry, feeding you, buying you stuff? Like, are you bought? First of all, I didn't tell you to buy me flowers. And cheap as Popeyes, nigga, I can buy myself Popeyes. That's number one. Like, what type of female do you take me for? You offered to take me out to eat. You get what I'm saying? Like, anyway, he was like, what type of nigga you think I am? Like, gas money ain't free. Like, just going in on me, like driving me far. I was just like so scared. I'm like, what? Like, I was just really clueless. Like, this man went from so sweet to so evil. He was like, oh, you a devil. Just like talking crazy, like if he was on drugs. Like, it was so crazy. He was like, just like saying things like you're a devil, you probably ate the apple off the tree, like just talking nonsense. Like, I don't know what type of drug he was on, but I hadn't done him anything, but like, I just thought we was going out to eat. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, if you didn't really want to go out to eat, you could have just said that. I don't really like surprises. You understand? You just going to your house. You don't do nothing like that. So let me tell y'all what happened. So we driving mad far. So I opened the door while he was driving. And I said, let me out of this car. Like, let me out the car. I was like, stop the car and let me out the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? He goes under his seat. I wish you would open the fucking door. I wish you would open the door. Like, as if he was about to grab a gun. So I'm like, what you about to shoot me? What you about to shoot me? Like, I got the door open. I'm mad scared. Like, I just met this guy. I met this guy off the internet, number one. I knew about him. I didn't see no signs of this as I was talking him through the years. I didn't see no signs of craziness when I was talking to him. Like, we never talked about doing anything. We never flirted. So it's just like, what are you saying right now? So anyway, he was like, reach under his seat as if he was about to grab a gun. Like, close the fucking door, close the fucking door. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I closed the door and I put my mind into my mind. And I started telling him, like, look, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, you right. Like, let's go to your house. And I'm like rubbing on his face. Like, you're totally right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So started rubbing on his face, like, yeah, let's go to your house. Like, you know, I'm sorry. Just telling him whatever that comes to my mind so that he can turn his car around. I was touching his face. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just saying whatever that came to my mind to get him to turn around. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he turned around thinking something. And he goes back to his house. I'm mad scared, y'all. Like, I'm so scared. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, it was like off a Lifetime movie. Like, this nigga drove me outside the city, was about to put a gun out on me. I don't know you like that, but you never gave me no signs of craziness. So we go back to his house. He goes back and sits on the bed. I sit on the end of the bed. I'm on my phone like shaking, y'all. So while I'm on my phone, I'm requesting an Uber. And when I see that the Uber, like, I'm stalling, like having small talk with him, like, yeah, whatever. And when I see the Uber pulls up, I said, hold on, my mom's calling me. I have to take this or she's gonna think something wrong. I said something on the edge of those lines. So of course he's gonna let me answer that phone. So I step outside and I started running, y'all. I started running. I'm like looking for the Uber, so nervous. I finally get in the Uber, and that Uber was mad expensive, y'all. I remember till this day, that Uber was like $50. And that was back in 2016. Like, that was expensive for an Uber. But I called an Uber, and I was so happy. I was thanking God. And then he started texting me like, oh, I know where your people stay at, and that and the third. Like, nigga, you not stupid. Like, come on now. But New Orleans people is, anyway. He started texting me threats, like, oh, he know where my family stay, and things like that. But that's the end of this story time, y'all. And that just goes to show you, it don't matter how long you've been knowing the person off the internet, they not who they say they are. People be lying. People don't be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been talking to this man for over almost 5 years, and he was the sweetest person ever. I would have never thought in a million years that he would do something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time meeting you. Like, you got mad because you thought. I don't know, why did you think that I was that type of girl? No, sweetie. No. No. But I hope y'all like the story time. If y'all have other requests or stories you want to hear, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.